Hi all, so I'm now logged in as a class teacher for Cambrian School, and let's take a tour of this. This is now my dashboard, and as you can see, this is what I'm allowed to see, the datas. And next thing is, let's go to the WhatsApp in case I want to chat with anyone in our school management team, is it admissions office or versus school fees concern or IT department. Maybe I'm gonna have an issue with how to do something in the system, so I need someone that can guide me. I can pretty much click on this. Maybe if I'm using my phone, I can click on this. This would open my WhatsApp. If I have any WhatsApp on my computer or on my phone device, then it's gonna open it up and I'll be chatting with this person directly. So however, if I don't wanna send them an email, this is an internal messaging system for privacy. If the school wants to keep everything that they have to be more internal security and just for record purposes, they can always do this, give them more control to their data. So let's say I want to send a message to someone. This is where I'm gonna go to, and I'm gonna put in all the details here and send. If I want to attach a file, I can do that as well. So the next thing, as a class teacher, I would be able to take attendance of my class students, and right here is where I can go to. I would only be able to see my class here. I won't see other classes, so I would select my class and the date that I want to take the attendance for, and right here I will click filter, and once I click on that, I would see here if the attendance is already taken for the day. I would see it right here that the attendance is taken, or if I want to however, if it's not taken or I want to edit it, then I can go ahead and do that. I go simply select here maybe late or absent, or if I want to be fast, I know that everyone is present, I can just quickly go there and click on that. Everyone now is marked as present, or everyone can be marked as absent, etc. I can put in the remark here, sick or on vacation. That's the reason why someone might be absent for. So after I've done this, I would go here and save it. I can also correct the attendance for the previous day. I would hit search, and I can see now the attendance has been taken for yesterday. So as this class teacher, I can easily do that right now. I have marked everyone as present, and I would save that, and there we go. The attendance information has been successfully updated. Alright, so now moving on, I would go here to the school student management admission. As a class teacher, I don't have the rights or access to be able to admit anyone into the school, so I can't do that. I can only see this category of admissions that our school has, and that's pretty much what I can see. And moving on, you'd have here your students list. I would only be able to see the students of my class. I cannot see any other classes students. So right here I'm able to see a quick information on them, their name, and then I can see here a quick view of it, and right here I can see the fees progress and who was fully paid or partially paid. So for example, when the management might request us to remind the students when they get back home to remind their parents to make tuition fee payment, and I know exactly who to talk to remind about that in the class. It could be, for example, Dan. I would remind him about his tuition payment and all of that. So it's pretty much what I can see here. So the next thing is the inventory. As a class teacher, I don't have the access to be able to see anything for the inventory, because as a class teacher, I don't have a role there. And then the next thing is the education part. I can see here the class schedule. That's my class schedule. I would select it here, and I would select section. So right here, as you can see, this is the class schedule for Monday. In other words, timetable. This is the class timetable. I can print it out, or I can see only my class, my own personal timetable that I have, which the management approve. So right here on Monday, I can see these are the classes I'll be going. And so for me, it's only one class because I'm a class teacher and not a subject teacher. So the next thing is the exam schedule. As you can see here, I'll be able to see the exam timetable for my class only. And I would select it and filter that out. I would see here the previous class exam timetable. That's for first term examination, and this is for the second term examination. So if I want to print that out, I can simply do that, click on the print button, and I would go ahead and print it out. If I can also save it as PDF. Can I add exam schedule or timetable? No, I cannot do that as a class teacher. Only the management have that access to do that. So the next thing is the marks. After the exam, I've scored the student. Now I need to input their scores in the system so that it would generate a report card. So I will come here, select the marks. I can only do that for my class only. I cannot do this for any other class. So I would click on it here, select the subject, and I will see all the students. I have put in their marks already. I can edit it if I want to, and then I would go ahead and save it, or I can, and then after I do that, I would select the next object. I will hit the filter first, and then it would show me here. You can see the student having encoded their mark, and I will go ahead and save that. For mathematics, I will go for the economics, and I will hit search, and then I will do the same thing, enter the scores. And that's how you would put in their exam scores. Now if there is a CA test, they would all be showing in here so that you can do the same thing. The exam might be 60, the CA, first CA might be 20, and the second might be 20 as well. And so you would enter the scores respectively. So moving on is the grades range. Right over here where you can see it's pretty much the grades range for the school, and you cannot change anything, but you can only see it. So the next thing is the homework. As a class teacher, I can give a homework to my students, and I can simply click on that button. I would fill out all this information only for my class and the subjects that I'm teaching them. It's what I would be able to give homework for, and I would select the dates here, the submission, when do I want them to submit, and all of this information I will fill them up with an attachment file. And I would, if we have subscribed for the SMS, then we would select this and go ahead and save that, and that would automatically be assigned to all the students that are enrolled for this class. And now the next thing is, okay, now after the assignment and they submitted their assignments, I would see it right here. I would go here, select the class, the subject, that's my class of course. And then I would hit the filter, and I would see here it's already published. I can click here to evaluate. I would go here and I can see here who, if they made manual submission maybe in the class, I can just do that manually and go ahead and save this. Otherwise, then I would go to the evaluation report, and I would select this, only my class I can select again, and I would select this, for example. Okay, there is no yet any exam given, then let's change to English. So right here I can see who has completed the assignment. This is more of a report that we can see, incomplete and complete. So it's pretty much on the homework part. So then the online exam, now I can simply create an online exam for my class. I have access to do that, but if the management decide, they can take that right away from me. So I'll put in the details right here. I would select my class and put in all these things, and the subject I would select, for example, English, and what's the time, the end time, the duration, limits of participants. Is it gonna be only 10 people, for example? And what's the mark? Is a percentage mark or is a fixed mark? And what's the person mark all over? Like, for example, first person mark is 51 or 60 marks, etc. And I would type in the instruction. I would type in the exam type. Is it paid or is it a free exam? The questions, is it random? Do I want the system to kind of make everything randomly be displaying those questions to students? And then here, do I want to publish this manually until I click a button, or automatic right after I'm through here? I want it to be active already, alive, for the student to be able to take the exam if the due date, the start date is today. So that's pretty much on this part, and then we go to the question bank. Now, before you set the question bank, make sure you do the question group. That would be like exam section A or section B or section C or part A or part B. And now here for the question bank, what you would do here is you can click on the add question, and the next thing you would do is to select, of course, your class and your section, and here you would select the subject and hit the filter button. And when you do that, it would show you now this is a single choice question that you are going to set. You would select the level, is it medium, hard, or easy, and then you would fill out all this information and put in all information. These are all the options. That's option 1, there is option 2, there is option 3. Now among all the options, which one is the correct one? So the system will know that this is the only correct answer. Wherever click or select any other question other than this, it's going to be marked as failed. Now you can add as many questions as you want, and you can move on. If the other question could be a multiple choice, you can go select here the easy part and all of this, the mark. Is it 2, is it 5 per question, the marks, and then you would select that. Here you would select the correct choice, and then whoever select 4 is going to be marked as failed. And then for the true and false is the same thing. You would fill out all this form, and then you select which one is the correct answer here, and you can add as many as you can. It is the same as the description here, descriptive question, so you can put in everything here and you type in the right answer. Wherever select write in anything other than that is going to be marked as failed, and then you can save that thereafter. And now this is the exams result for the online one, and here we didn't create any online exams yet, but you would be able to see the result. The system will automatically mark those exams and fail the student that failed. So the next part is the administration part. Right here, as a class teacher, can only see very basic information, like for example, under facilities, I can see the hostel. If our school have a hostel, I can see basic information on the hostel, and I would be able to keep track of my students, know exactly where they're assigned to. I would go to this allocation report. I would see here my class and right here I would see the name, the room that they're assigned to, and everything about that. I would be able to see it. And then it's the same for the transport, the school bus. I would see here basic information on my class students, and of course the school in general, the list of routes that the school bus goes to, and we'll see the vehicles, the stoppage, and all of those basic information that I can only see for my information. I can't do anything. And then the next thing is the card and certificates. Right here I can't even see anything, because as a class teacher I don't give people certificates or give them an ID card. So there is someone who has that access. So the next thing is the communication part. I don't have any ability other than access other than the events. I can only see events here for the school, the scheduled events or past dates or past or previous dates events here is what I can see for my information purposes only. So the next thing is the financial management. As a class teacher, I don't have the access to be able to see anything pertaining to financial part of my student. Yeah, and then the next thing is the human resources. Here I can only see advanced salary. That is if I want to loan money from my school, like so that I would repay them at a future salary. I would apply for that here, and I will select the month, deduct month, which month do I want the salary to be deducted from. Let's say for example August, and I would go to sorry, if I want to apply, I would go here. Deduct month would be August. I will put in the amount and I will type in the reason. After that, I will apply, and that would go to the person who is in charge for the approval, and the system will take care of everything. And then I would just wait. Once it is approved, I would come here. I would see that it is approved, and I can go for the person who is in charge to give out the money for me, and they will do that. And the next thing is the leave. If I have any plan to travel, then I can come here and I can select the leave type that the school have. For example, maternity leave, or maybe sick leave, and etc. It could be for male or females and everything like that. I can also put in attachment here and everything so the management can see and approves it. And here is the award part where, for example, I would be able to see if I had been awarded or my colleagues had been awarded because of their outstanding contribution to the school in general, or maybe because they could be awarded maybe best teacher of the year award for our school, and I can see their names here, their prize, so I can put in more effort to achieve that as well. And now the next thing is the attachment books. So right here, it's only for my class. I can see here that I've once attached this. This is my name here. I've published this to my class only. And if I want to add another, I can put in the title here, and then I can select this is a worksheet and printables, and I will select my class. Is it not according to subject, or is according to subject? If I want to have, say for example, it's only English students that have a role for this class and a role for this English language, and they would only be the ones to have access to this attachment file. So even if you're a role for this class and you don't have English language, then you cannot see that attachment. Or it could just be just for class. It's just whoever is enrolled to this class, regardless of the subject, they should still see that. Then that's fine. You tick on that icon right there, that box, and then click on and save it. And now that's it. Then all students would have a copy of that. It could be like a PDF soft copy of a textbook or anything that you want to upload. And that's it about that. So the next thing is the library, where I can see all the list of books that our school have. And right here I would, I can search for any book that's available, or if I want to find out whether it's available, I can quickly search that. And here in this area is where I can put in requests. If I want to borrow a book from the school, I can do that. I can put in the return date or expiration date that I need to return that, and the school management will receive this request and they would approve or reject, in which case I would go to the library if it's approved and get the book. And then the next thing now here is the student reports. I can see this for my class so I can help them. They don't need to go to the IT guy. He might be a little busy, and so I can take care of their basic needs like password reset. And the other report we could go over is, for example, a report card. Right here you would select this for your class. You can only view report cards for your class, and right here I can click on it, and I would see right here is a report card for the student, and I can change the language maybe to Arabic. I will select this, and I will select my class. It's the only class I can select. Can't select any other class, and I will go ahead, and everything now is translated to Arabic. All of these things you are seeing, they can all be translated. So right now it's because we've been putting this translation in the system, but we can put that later on. So now everything appears like this, as translated to Arabic. So the next thing is the progress report, which is pretty much the same as report card. So right here, there we go, it's translated also. So just one thing lastly I want to point out is this academic session. So right now everything that's in this system, you can have first term, second term, and third term. They would all be under this 2023-24 academic session. And then if now in the future you might want to change this to 2024-25 academic session or 2025-26, in which case then the system, everything in the system right now, you are changing it for this year, and you would not see any data because you are changing the entire year. For example, if I would go to my class schedule, you see, I don't even see my class. That's because I changed the year. We haven't been set up yet. This hasn't been set up. So now I would just need to go back here and change this back to the year. And here we go. I have all my data. And now the attendance already taken. And it's all in Arabic. So now I am going to change back to my English. And lastly, again, you can chat with anyone here if you need any assistance based on your system setup. Alright, so have a great day. Thank you.